Today, let's talk about worries. Have you been feeling troubled lately? It's best if you haven't, but it's perfectly normal if you have. Everyone encounters some troubling issues in life. Today, I want to introduce a method to eliminate all worries. This method comes from a book called The Practice of Non-Reaction, The Super-Rational Thinking of the Buddha, by a Japanese Buddhist monk named Ryushun Kusatori, who studies early Buddhism. This book presents a simple, practical method based on Buddhist thinking to eliminate all your worries. The concepts in the book are straightforward and easy to understand. The author emphasizes that Buddhist philosophy is based on causality and objective facts, making it somewhat scientific. First, let's explore the Buddha's approach to dealing with worries. What are your worries? Buddhism summarizes worries into 8 fundamental sufferings of life: birth, aging, illness, death, separation from loved ones, prolonged association with disliked ones, unfulfilled desires, and the thriving of the 5 skandhas. In Buddhism, the 5 skandhas are form, sensation, perception, mental formations, and consciousness. These 8 sufferings represent the core of human worries. Birth, aging, illness, and death are self-explanatory. Life, from birth to growth, is a kind of suffering. Aging is another form of suffering. Illness brings physical and mental suffering, and eventually, we face the fear and uncertainty of death. Separation from loved ones is the pain of being away from people or things we cherish. Prolonged association with disliked ones means staying with people or situations we dislike. Unfulfilled desires refer to the pain of striving for something without success. The thriving of the 5 skandhas refers to the pain arising from the constant changes and conflicts within our body and mind. Ultimately, worries stem from our sense of powerlessness. If you can solve a problem, it ceases to be a worry. This explains why worries persist no matter how much wealth you have, because some things remain beyond your control. Thus, worries fundamentally arise from our negative, passive psychological reactions to things we cannot control. Since these situations are beyond our control, eliminating them is impossible. For example, if your worry is your parents pressuring you, you can't eliminate your parents. If your worry is your boss, you can't get rid of your boss. If your worry is an illness, you can't just make it disappear. So how do we eliminate worries? The Buddha suggests that instead of solving external issues, we should address our reactions to them. Negative psychological reactions are often unnecessary inner conflicts. The Buddha doesn't advocate ignoring the world around us, but advises against unnecessary and meaningless reactions. If your reaction doesn't change the situation, it's unnecessary. This concept is similar to Lao Tzu's idea of Wu Wei, which means not making unnecessary efforts. For example, if you're stuck in traffic on your way to a meeting, getting frustrated won't clear the traffic. Instead, calmly accept the situation and wait. Your frustration doesn't change the reality of the traffic jam, so adjust your perspective to reduce your worry and increase your peace of mind. Why do we have these meaningless reactions? The Buddha explains it's due to our desires. When desires are unmet, worries arise. Humans inherently pursue desires. According to the Buddha, there are 7 basic desires: the desire to live, the desire to sleep, the desire to eat, and the desire to have sex. These are the 4 lowest desires. A little bit above that, there is the desire for inertia, which means that all people want to be lazy and don't want to work hard. The desire for pleasure, which means that everyone would want to enjoy life. And the desire for recognition, which means that subconsciously we want to gain the recognition of other people. People are always pursuing the next desire. The desire will not be satisfied in the end. If it is not satisfied, we will keep pursuing it. Therefore, according to Buddhism, humans fall into a ring of suffering in the never-ending pursuit of desires. The only way out of this ring of suffering is to let go of desire, let go of attachment. In the book, the author says that when we come across a thing, a bad thing, The right solution is not only to have no extra reaction, but you have to understand your troubles correctly. Worries can be classified into 3 types: desire-based worries, anger-based worries, and delusion-based worries. Desire-based worries stem from unreasonable or excessive expectations, such as wanting perfect looks or exceptional achievements for oneself or others. Anger-based worries arise from sudden anger due to disturbances, rejection, or failures. Delusion-based worries, the most common, come from pessimistic fantasies about the future that are not based on reality. To solve worries, the Buddha advises understanding them calmly and objectively. Many people don't understand their worries and thus remain troubled. By truly understanding your worries, you might find they are trivial thoughts. Beyond understanding and categorizing your worries, the author emphasizes the special type of worry called inferiority. Inferiority often arises from past failures or harsh environments. People with inferiority crave success and recognition more intensely. If unmet, they may become aggressive or seek escape through alcohol, drugs, gambling, or other dependencies, such as food dependency. That is, when they are in a bad mood, they eat non-stop. Shopping dependency, when they have a hard time inside, they want to spend money, desperately buy things, buy something useless. This is a manifestation of reality evasion. That is, when people have high-level desires that can't be realized, they go after such low-level desires, a kind of desire that is easier to realize. And when the low-level desires eventually become impossible to practice, or when they can't be fulfilled due to over-practicing, these people then become depressed. To prevent inferiority and worries, 3 strategies are suggested. 1. Go out and explore. Changing your environment can distract you from obsessive thoughts and reduce delusional worries. You can go out for a walk, you can travel. When you go out and see reality, these delusions of yours will gradually disappear. 2. Broaden your perspective. Seeing the vast world helps put your problems in perspective, making them seem smaller. That's why many high monks practice and meditate in big mountains. The wider the environment, the smaller you will feel, and the less those things of yours will be. 3. Accept yourself. Many worries come from not accepting who you are. Embracing yourself can eliminate many worries. The Buddha encourages focusing on positive, constructive activities rather than negative emotions. Worries drain your energy and can lead to further negative behaviors. The Buddhist principles of love, compassion, joy, and equanimity help cultivate a positive mindset. Letting go of attachments and desires is key to eliminating worries and achieving peace. Adopting these practices can reduce worries and lead to a happier, more serene life. Thanks for watching Wisdom Tree. Wishing you a wonderful day.